What's going on, legends? It's your boy Errl Shatter here, and in today's video we have our first update with some patch notes for Call of Duty Cold War. This is technically the launch week update, so there's a lot of things that are getting changed. I know there's some nerfs and some buffs probably coming in, but we're going to go ahead and go through those patch notes today, so you guys stay tuned if you guys want to hear everything that's changed. But before we jump into the rest of the video, if you guys do enjoy this content anytime, make sure you guys go down below and show your support for the channel by smashing that like button. Let's go ahead and throw an easy goal of 30 likes on today's video, as well as if you guys want to find your way back to the channel for more Call of Duty Cold War, make sure you guys do hit that subscribe button. To that notification bell so you don't miss out on any future videos. So like I said, we're going to go ahead and go through the patch notes that came out for this update. So it looks like they're going to start out by going over how the season leveling is working. Once you complete military ranks 1 through 55 and reach Prestige 1, you'll enter season levels. These levels represent the new Prestige progression journey, and rather than scaling with progressively higher XP requirements like military ranks, each season level requires the same amount of XP to complete. In the current preseason, the maximum available level is Prestige 3 at level 100 for the season. After Season 1 begins, players will have up to 1,000 season levels to complete each season, with new Prestige levels to earn, as well as Prestige Master at level 200. The Prestige Shop will also become available to those players who've earned their first Prestige key, which will allow players to unlock Legacy Prestige icons from previous games. So it's going to be pretty cool. We're going to have access to the Prestige Shop soon, on December 10th. Well, let's go ahead and jump into the rest of the stuff for the update. For multiplayer, for the weapons, we have some different changes here. Quite a bit is happening. We're going to be seeing what's new, what's going to be the best, what's going to be changing. It's all going to be different, you know. So for assault rifles, for the FFAR1, they increased recoil and slightly reduced max damage range by 3.5%, which goes from 28 to 27. They reduced max damage range by 34%. From 38 meters to 25, which is huge. That's a huge nerf. For submachine guns, for the MP5, they reduced base effective damage range by 33% from 15.24 meters to 10.16 meters. That's a pretty big nerf. They added more character to initial recoil by tweaking several bullet trajectories. While this doesn't affect the vertical or horizontal control stats in Gunsmith, this change makes it more difficult to stay on target by adjusting the trajectories of several bullets in the initial firing experience. Update: these changes were unintentionally reverted in today's update and will return in the upcoming update. So they've already confirmed that it was messed up and it's already going to get fixed again. For tactical rifles, we're looking at the M16 first. Was reduced max damage range by 15% from 25.4 meters to 21.5 meters. They increased sprint to fire time. They slightly slowed movement speed while firing. They slightly increased delay between bursts. They rebalanced fire rate bonuses on barrel attachments. They slightly reduced effectiveness of laser attachments. For tactical rifle Charlie, which is the AUG, they reduced max damage range by 20% from 38.1 meters to 30.48 meters. They increased sprint to fire time. They slightly slowed move speed while firing. It slightly increased delay between bursts. They rebalanced fire rate bonuses on barrel attachments. They slightly reduced effectiveness of laser attachments. For the Type 63, they slightly increased fire rate. They rebalanced fire rate bonuses on barrel attachments. For the DMR-14, they slightly increased the fire rate and they rebalanced fire rate bonuses on barrel attachments. Light machine guns, for the M60, they improved max damage ranges, as well as improved movement speed. For all sniper rifles, they adjusted sprint to fire time to account for early blend or interruption allowed via an animation system. The effective sprint to fire time is notably shorter than what it was displayed in Gunsmith. We have plans to address the Gunsmith readout in a future update. They adjusted move speed impact when firing to intended values to make sure each shot feels more powerful. And they fine-tuned barrel attachments that improve idle sway to provide a unique feel on each gun. So there's big changes to the sniper rifles there. I don't know if it's everything everybody's looking for, but you know what? Hey, at least they're doing some things. For the pistols, for the Magnum, they slightly improved the fire rate. They improved max damage range. They improved visibility while firing after the first shot. So a little bit of a buff to the Magnum. That's going to be good because that's going to be a challenge to use in this game, I feel like. So glad that they're doing something there. For shotguns, for the Gallo SA-12, they slightly reduced the damage ranges between 5.8 meters to 7.7 meters. So a little bit of a nerf to that thing. It's a beast anyway, so I don't think it's going to affect it much. So we have some big changes for the score streaks here. For our combat bow, we saw reduced ammo from 5 to 4. For a care package, we saw an increase in cost from 1,800 to 2,000. The sentry gun was reduced in cost from 1,800 to 2,000. The napalm strike increased from 2,100 to 2,500. The air patrol was reduced from 3,200 to 2,700. The artillery was increased from 2,500 to 3,000. The cruise missile was increased from 2,600 to 3,500. The war machine was increased from 3,500 to 4,000. The attack chopper was increased from 4,000 to 4,500. They increased the damage from 50 to 75 per bullet. They increased health from 4,500 to 5,000. They decreased the duration of the screen shake from bullet impacts. They reduced the amount of time the helicopter will stay in one place before relocating. The VTOL escort, they reduced the cost from 8,500 to 8,000. They increased turret burst length and reduced cooldown time. The chopper gunner,
how are you over there?
Increased cost from 6,000 to 6,500, and they reduced the movement of the gun when firing. That's pretty huge, actually, because that's kind of one of the negatives of running the chopper gunner. Another interesting change is for eliminations, they actually extended the time after damaging an enemy that will count toward an elimination if that enemy is killed. So they made it a little bit easier for you to get an elimination to count. I think that's kind of something that didn't necessarily need to be changed, but they're probably doing it so that people get a little bit more kills or feel like they're getting more kills each match. For finishing moves, they improved the ability to trigger a finishing move on misaligned surfaces. They addressed an issue where players would end up in an unattended pose if they were downed while being eliminated by a finishing move. They did some stability fixes, which in general, they fixed a crash that could occur during intro sequences of a multiplayer match. They fixed a crash that could occur when using weapons or ammo caches. They fixed multiple rare crashes that could occur while the player was downed. They fixed a rare crash that would occur when pinging a down friendly player. They fixed a rare crash that would occur when taking damage as the inflictor disconnected from the game. They fixed a rare crash that could occur when firing a locked-on missile. They fixed a rare crash that could occur in Search and Destroy, and added various stability fixes. For score streaks, they fixed a rare crash that could occur when the player was disconnecting after their care package had landed. Fixed a rare crash that could occur if an owner of a VTOL score streak disconnected from the server as they were taking control of the score streak. They fixed a rare crash that could occur when using the cruise missile. They fixed a crash that could occur to score streak score aggregation. For progression, they fixed a crash involving incorrect challenge progress tracking. For vehicles, they fixed a rare crash that could occur when vehicles were being respawned. For equipment, they fixed a rare crash related to the decoy grenade. Fixed a rare crash that could occur if C4 was being detonated but no longer existed. For field upgrades, they fixed a rare crash involving an incorrect volley count for the SAM turret. For the kill cam, they fixed a rare crash that could occur in limited life modes when viewing the kill cam. For perks, they fixed a very rare crash that could occur when using the forward intel perk attempting to adjust the player's minimap range while the player was not alive at the time. They did a bunch of miscellaneous fixes to the UI, progression, gunsmith, and
Let's go, baby.
It looks like for zombies there was a ton of fixes as well. I don't want to go through all of them because that's just going to be very repetitive. For overall settings, they added the aim response curve type. For stability, they fixed a rare crash related to playing voiceover audio and a rare crash related to player footsteps effects. They did a bunch of various bug fixes and changes. I'm going to link the patch notes down below if you guys really want to read into
the enemy chopper gunner
any of those actual changes, because there's just a lot of them.
It's a friendly,
very repetitive, and I just
look at that napalm
forever. So that's going to wrap things up for today's video. Hopefully this update is amazing. It's the first of many, hopefully, as well. They're doing some weapon balancing. There's a lot to be said there. We're going to see what weapons have changed, but by how much. We're going to go in there and test these things for ourselves. Like I said, that's going to wrap things up for today's video. If you guys did enjoy this content at any time or this video helped you in any way, make sure you guys go down below and smash that like button. We threw that goal of 30 likes on today's video. Hit that subscribe button if you're new, and notification bell so we can see you in future videos. Appreciate y'all for the support in today's video, all the support on the channel, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.
Can't believe